I think that's a progression, right? Like I think if you look at the progression of people over time, the amount of messages, I'll just use myself as an example. The amount of messages I get from you, from marketing, has gone down over the time at Drift because things have scaled, right? And we have systems and checklists and process for everything.
No, but and like, for example, the reason why I'm able to not code is because we have a structure, a team organization, right? That we have, a technical leader,
right.
engineers, we have product managers, designers that work into a squad,
right.
distributed offensive teams. Right. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we'll be talking in the other podcast branch and in the build branch. And so we done that. We have leadership. We have a product development process. We have weekly meetings that allows us to everyone work effectively. And basically, one of the things I said I think in my LinkedIn post is that culture is made up of rituals, shared languages, symbols, and the principles, right? We have rituals.
Yeah, right? Monday metrics on Monday morning, show and tell on Fridays. Everybody does their 15-5s. You have
company meeting,
SLT meeting at 5 on Friday, the 2-hour monthly meeting, the Wednesday lunch and learn. There's all those things.
Exactly. Yeah. We have rituals. We also have how we hit the gong, how the sales team does it, what song they play, what mask they wear, what costume they put on, how many gongs hits, whether the smoke machine goes on or not. And so those are all the things that unify us as a culture, as a team, right? To execute better. Mm-hmm. Where now you don't need us every day here. I mean, we're here every day, but we can afford to have
and that
David
stuff
rest,
at this point, 170 people, things aren't working well if that stuff's always coming from you guys. It has to come from everybody else.
But the reality is that most companies don't do this early.
Correct.
Everybody keeps being surprised that we define the leadership.
That was interesting. You guys made so you hired Carrie, who runs like training and development, learning and development training. That was an early hire. Like most companies don't make that hire until 300, 400, 500 people.
Exactly.
Did you have that conversation? Did you and DC have that conversation early on and say we want to invest in this role early?
Well, I think that one of our mottos that we say with people here that you come to Drift is that it's for the learning, right? But there are two types of way you come. You come and you say, oh, I was at Drift and I learned for 5 years a ton of stuff. But that is not enough because you know what? Like at Performable, I was learning a lot with David, but I didn't know what I was learning.
Correct.
Right? And so I think what we are doing now with Carrie and investing in trainers in every area. We have Pete in product, we have Eli in sales, and we have Carrie for the rest, and we probably do something else with the rest of the teams, is that we want to make sure that we formalize the education process. Make sure that everyone's aware that we are investing in them, and that's a big benefit of being part of Drift, right?
That's a good idea. We might need a marketing trainer. Can I get one of those?
No.
Damn. Okay. All right, so you talk about...
You ask DC when he gets back.
Oh, true. No, I'm trying to get you to say yes while he'll say yes. Okay, so you actually talked about learning, which is a good thread because you said something. So, all right, if you're listening to Seeking Wisdom, we talk about books, reading, learning, all that stuff. You've been working with DC for 11 years now. I saw on that LinkedIn thing. You can congratulate David on 11 years with working with you. It was like kudos.
For the record,
kudos feature.
He noticed it first on LinkedIn. He sent it to me. And it was kind of like, I wish I could say the whole thread.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He sent that to me, just no words.
I'm sure. All you need to know about the two of them is that David just looks at Elias, or actually looks at me when he says it, and he's about Elias, and he goes, 10 years. And he's shaking his head. Yeah. So
he said that to me, and it got kind of like, it was kind of like mushy,
Yeah.
Like he was like, hey man. He took a fist bump and didn't say anything. And then I started talking, and I was saying, come on, stop, focus. We got to work. We got to get shit done.
It's only because he's on a sabbatical that he showed his emotion.
He showed a little emotion there.